the Beatles society has shown that no matter how catastrophic the legacy of the fraud and injury they've inflicted on innocent people may be, they have a blank check. The blank check comes from a media that is attacking the public for a leapfrog billionaire class that plays behind nation state lines who operate as Zodiac killers. It is not trivial that Dan Rather said the opposite of the truth in Dealey Plaza in November of 1963, saying Kennedy's head goes violently forwards in the Zapruder film. This is a matter of public record and can be seen in his broadcast in YouTube. The Beatles said they did not want to come to the United States until they were number one. They waited until Kennedy was gone, and then they came to the United States. With him around, they would never be number one. An episode of Petticoat Junction shortly thereafter had a young girl saying, the Beatles are the biggest thing in America. It was important for them to be able to say that, so they helped rub Kennedy out. The Beatles then built on the falsehoods that were told by media to create a media fake world, straight from Machiavelli and Orwell, as Larry Chris would say. And although he describes the old television sets with their antennas, he doesn't follow the path that is clear from what they did. The Outer Limits starred Cliff Robertson, who played JFK in PT 109, poaching Kennedy's identity for the Outer Limits, the premiere episode of which was postponed for Kennedy's state funeral, and starred him. And then he went above the World Trade Center in a private plane to watch on 911. Just as Diamond Gullis, representing Yoko Ono's psychopathic team, called me when they faked John Lennon's death and gave Yoko Ono a blank check for the Axis in revenge attacks with Reagan and Trump. Reagan's team also had me in D.C. the day he claims he was shot. He came out and waved to me the night before. His attorney team from the Federal Emergency Management Agency gave me a brochure reading there's no such thing as objective reality, only what the jury believes. The jury always believes Dan Rather. There are people who believe in false sponsorship. False sponsorship means a trail of evidence that implicates somebody who didn't do it. I have no idea whether Neil Bush and John Hinckley implicated Bush himself in the whole arrangement. I don't doubt it. He was on the same ship as my father in World War II, the USS San Jacinto. Nobody can get farther away from the storyline of the Texas school book, which was written by their own admission as a placebo for their victims, than the person telling the truth. They set me up with a pamphlet called America's Stake in Human Rights. Let's see you convince the people that there's such a thing. They mocked.